In this video, I'll show you the best way to set up your WordPress blog on Bluehost. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to install your blog, even if you have zero technical ability and have never touched a website before. Me? Well, I've been setting up blogs for over a decade and I've helped thousands of people just like you to launch their blogging careers. And make sure you stay till the end of this video for my secret bonus tip. Hello and welcome to a training session on how to set up and install your blog with Bluehost. This is the first in a series, and I'm going to take you through the entire process of the technical part of installing your blog. And of course, I have more step-by-step information in the blog post if you prefer to learn via text. There are two main websites I'm going to use, Namecheap and Bluehost. I have links on the blog post and links below this video. Obviously, I appreciate if you use the links I provide. They are affiliate links, so I get a commission, and it's just your way of showing you appreciate this training. And I really created this because a lot of people have been messaging me having problems with setting up their blog and accessing WordPress and that whole process. So I'm going to take you through everything together right now. It really starts at Namecheap. If you want to find a new blog or a new domain, this is where you start. You can do your search, and you just type in something like great domain. And there's always different promotions on Namecheap. This is where I host all of my domain names. This is where I register everything. Sorry, not host. And you can see you can type in great domain. We'll recommend all these other endings, but the only thing I really care about is .com. Oh, it's taken. Too bad. But fortunately, I already have the domain I want to use today. I'm going to walk you through that process. I'm just going to quickly log in to Namecheap. And I can see my domain list. Give it a second to load. And the domain I'm going to work on today, close that, is Celebrity Ghost. So I'll click Manage. This is a blog I bought a couple months ago. I haven't done anything with it, but I am planning on building something there. It's just been kind of sitting in the back of my mind, so this is the perfect place to start. And when you look inside Namecheap, this is as soon as you buy any domain, and it's usually $5 to $8. You can see its status and activity, the who is information, the premium DNS. I don't bother to do all this stuff. It doesn't really seem that important to me, especially because I've never had a major problem. The thing we want to look at really is name servers. I don't want to use the Namecheap basic DNS. It's very important to me to host, to own my domains. My registrar is Namecheap, but my host is going to be Bluehost. And I'm going to open up a new account with them so you can see from day one exactly what I do. So there are other things you can set up here. Here you can see the mailing address for my business. If you want to send a letter to my post office box, feel welcome. All of that information is here, and here's my domain. So then we go over to Bluehost, and I appreciate if you use the link, which is servedomaster.com/blue. And we're just going to click Get Started Now and go through the exact process. I'm switching to Bluehost, and this is a new account with them, so you'll get to see everything right from scratch. We can see what we have: 1 website, 2 websites, 3. So, okay, one thing I would say that's going to become important is that eventually we're going to have to go to the more expensive one because of the SSL certificate. This is something that Google's going to start sending warnings if you don't have that HTTPS, which you can see right here. See how it says secure and HTTPS? But since it's just a demo installation, I don't need to go for the full one. I'll go for the basic because I'm just going to walk you through an installation and how to install WordPress rather than go absolutely crazy. This is really just a demonstration. I actually do my primary hosting with a more expensive host, but you don't need to do that when you're just getting started. I really do recommend starting with Bluehost. In the past, I was using a different registrar, but people have been having problems, and so this is what we're going to go here. So you click on I already have an existing domain name. As much as it's tempting to buy your domain name and register and host everything all at the same place, I really don't recommend that. So see, they're just always trying to get you to go crazy. All these upsells. I'm not interested in any of that stuff. So you can see that they don't really offer you a monthly plan as much as they say they do. So I have to pay $60 for this demonstration. And I'm just going to enter my information. Here we go. Okay, all my information goes in there. Yeah, so they're just pushing the upsells, which is fine. You can buy all that extra stuff if you want. I put in my email address, business phone numbers, and all that jazz. Let me see if there's a cheaper option. So that's really the cheapest you can do. You can pay in advance for 60 months and all that stuff. I really don't bother to do that. Then we have to put in our credit card information. So obviously I'm going to block that on the screen. And let me quickly do that. Then we click I've read all the terms and conditions and click submit. Okay, our order has gone through, and now they're going to try and sell me something else. None of this stuff, it's really relevant. This is just how their business is. I recommend clicking no thanks to everything. Really, we're just trying to start our basic blog and get things going. So you can see here, my email address has a confirmation, which is great. All my billing information, whatever. I have to click create my password, which opens me up to the next page. And I'm going to use my password creation tool. Okay. Actually, I'm going to do it up here. Now that my password is created, I'm going to click on, again, confirm all their privacy and terms of service. Click next. Now we're going to go through the brand new latest version of the Bluehost onboarding process, and let's see exactly what happens. What we really want to do, I guess they want me to choose what I want everything to look like. I don't really care about that. Right, all of this stuff about choosing a theme, I want to bypass that. So I'm going to skip this step. I'm really more interested in this process. You can see they're setting up WordPress for me, which is nice. But none of this matters until they let me redirect my DNS. Now that we're logged in, we can see they've automatically set up WordPress for us, which is really nice. It's easier than a lot of other places. And you can see that I have a temporary domain, all that stuff, so I can play around with WordPress. But the really important part is setting up your DNS. From our homepage, we want to click on domains. And then we're going to click on name servers in the bottom right hand corner. And this gives us our two name servers, just ns1 and ns2.bluehost.com. We're going to go back to Namecheap. And we're going to say custom DNS. And all we do is add one and add the other one, ns1, ns2, and then click this green check mark. So this can take up to 48 hours, as it says here. It really depends on your DNS setup. You can pay more money for like instant stuff and use really advanced servers. You can't change again for a minute and a half, so if you made a mistake, it takes a minute to fix it. But this is all we have to do inside Namecheap to make our setup work. And this can feel overwhelming. This is a very simple setup. And the next thing we want to check and see is if the website is there. So what we're going to type into the box is celebrityghost.com. And you can see right here that it's still showing as parked. And that means that the DNS hasn't switched over yet. But that's really all it takes to get the process fixed. And we can start playing around with our domain right now. If you want to log in and go to your site, you can. And you can start going through the installation process. But I like to wait until everything's done. If you want to log in, you just click in log into WordPress. We're going to go through that process in the next video. But in this lesson, you've now connected Namecheap and Bluehost, so your domain is hosted exactly where you want it to be. In the following videos, we'll go through the process of setting up WordPress, where you can log in, get all of those steps put together, and it's going to be really great. Bonus tip, make sure that you set up your opt-in form now. A lot of people make the mistake of thinking, hey, my blog is new, I don't have that many visitors. Why on earth would I try and capture email addresses? But I can promise you that those early visitors, they're the ones that are gonna be the most loyal. Just create a box where someone can give you their email address if they like what you're writing. And while this might sound like a simple step, and of course I have a more complicated training on exactly how to set up your opt-in forms, the sooner you do this, the faster you'll grow your business. Everyone who visits your very first blog post, well, if they like you, they want to follow you, connect with you, and communicate with you. At the very least, give them a form where they can email you or give you their contact information so you can start to build up that following. Because as soon as you have 20 followers, you can turn that into 30, 40, 50, or even 100. And that's a critical step on the process to success. Far too many bloggers want to wait until they have 10, 100, even 1,000 visitors a day before they start capturing those email addresses. Don't wait and start taking action now. If you like this video, make sure to download my brand new guide, Your First 100 Subscribers. visit servenomaster.com/100. I'll show you how to go from 0 to 100 raving followers. And if this video is useful, please hit the like button below so that I can help even more people kickstart their blogs. If you hated it, it's okay to hit the dislike button too.